Okay, what? Gee, good gracious. Okay, what's up, guys? In the past, I've done huge projects where I've had short deadlines, and that's where keyboard shortcuts came in. I had to develop them myself, or just I had to figure out what each key did, right? And that's kind of what we're gonna go over today. What works best, and what shortcuts we can use, and how to speed up our workflow. And so to kick off the first one, we've got a keyboard shortcut that you may realize that you can only, let's say you wanted to apply a default transition between these two, right? Let's say a basic fade. Well, you'd have to do that individually if you wanted to do all of them. Or we can just do control and click and drag. You can select all of those cuts and you can right click on it and apply transitions, and it'll apply it to all of them, right? So you can definitely save a lot of time there. Another thing, let's say you didn't want the audio in this shot or in the whole thing. Maybe you wanted to replace the in-camera audio with music and you didn't want to mute this, or you didn't want to figure out how to select these individually, or if you wanted to drag and delete all of it, it would still select the video, right? So what we can do is alt click and drag over the audio and we can just delete that. That's pretty simple and easy as well. Another great technique is, let's say you're working on your shot here and the beginning of a shot you don't quite want, you can easily just press the letter Q. It'll delete the first half of that video. Let's go back and do that again. So let's say I didn't want the beginning of this clip here. I can just press Q and it'll delete that. Instead of having to get the razor tool with the keyboard shortcut C, click and then get V again to get my selection tool, click on this and then delete that, and then right click and ripple delete, right? It's so much easier just to, after you've decided what you want to delete, just press Q. The ripple deletes and edits it at the same time. So it drags all the footage back to where this was deleted here, right? Same thing with the end of the clip. Let's say you don't want the end there, you just press W, you delete all of that, right? Avoiding the edit tool and the deleting and ripple delete and all that kind of stuff. Another good thing is using, it's depending on everyone's style, but I like to have it wherever the indicator is, that's the clip it's selected, right? You can see that it's selected here. If I drag back, you can see it selects there, right? The way I do that is I go to sequence and I can check selection follows playhead, right? That's also pretty cool. Snap, that's also the keyboard shortcut S. So just to show you what this looks like, you can see that it snaps right at the end there, right? And it creates that black line up and down. It'll show you where it snaps. If I want to take that off, I just press S. You can also see it's the snap tool here, and now I can drag it without it snapping, right? And that's also pretty cool. And then I can press S again to bring it back in. So to toggle it, you can see I press the keyboard shortcut S. You can see it'll change, right? Nice neat little shortcut. And then we've got another cool trick. So let's say that you wanted the beginning of this clip and you wanted the end of this clip. You can't press W and you can't press Q because you're going to delete both those ends, right? So what we can do is, let's say we want our cut there. I'm going to press Shift Z, and that's essentially the razor tool, right? Instead of pressing C, clicking here and doing it, I can just do Shift Z, and that's actually a custom keyboard shortcut. So I can go to edit and go to keyboard shortcuts. It'll show you all your keyboard shortcuts here. I'm going to search for, let's see, add edit. There we go. Add edit. So it's, the default is Control K, right? You can use that, but I did Shift Z because that's closer to my fingers. That's easier. So I can just do Shift Z, excuse me, to do that edit. And then the other thing I also customed was the ripple delete. What I have here is its default is Shift delete, but it's too far for my fingers and all kind of stuff. I don't want to take my hand off the mouse. So I did Shift X, right? So now what I can do is with my clip selected here, let's say I want to make my cut here, I did Shift Z. And then let's say I want to delete the middle of this clip, so I'm going to just do Shift Z again because I want to keep that. And with this selected, I do Shift X and ripple deletes that. So that's pretty quick and easy. I have the beginning of that clip and the end of it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty short and simple, not too long. Try to keep it short and to the point. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, consider subscribing. I do have more tutorials that are coming in the future. I do also have a lot of more other content on my channel. Feel free to check that out. But yeah, until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep shooting.